Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My viewers, in my previous video, I promised you guys that I'll come to Malam Dalasa's house to interview him on my grandfather's journey of accepting Islam. So we are here today. This is my father, Alhaji Abdullahi, and this is Malam Dalasa, and this is Malam Idris. So stay with us as Malam Dalasa take us to the journey of my grandfather's conversion to Islam. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Malam Dalasa. Assalamu alaikum. Diko, I choke Ikomanai Islam Surwa Abatani Unade through my grandfather. Wakana my father also ne kaharas ya gaining shahada. Out of Haile, the Guna will engaging the Alhamdulillah. So I choke I know more from you. So sir, you will help us to translate it.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
It's okay.
Similar.
Thank you. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Amen. He said the Salama that he did. He said we should keep silent to understand very fluently. That whenever a Muslim wants to pray or has a gathering, they must have to do Salat al-Nabi before every talk or everything. And before that person can start whatever he wants to do, prayer or other things. He said in the olden days,
they will go in the
and the kids in Canada. That before in olden days, they have teachers, those who let people know what is going on in Nigeria or what is going on in the environment. So when those ones came to Nsukka, then they were divided. They go, they divided each other. Some comes down to around that these various places. They were divided in various places around the community in the Nsukka area.
Yeah, okay,
that's how they did it before. At last, so those teachers, after everything, they turn to preach. The gospel of God. They started having people, that's Christian. They started preaching Christianity almost that time. After some times, they became, the teachers. They got a lot of teachers, more and more. As they became plenty, one went to another, this Malam Abdullah's father. So when one of the teachers during that time went to Malam Abdullah's father at Onado, so they came to preach him. Then the old man then tell them that he wants to understand, the meaning or the reason of a preaching. Are you preaching Christianity or are you preaching Islam? That is the question the old man asked the teachers of Bible of those days. And that if he understand your preaching, well, when that he asked the teachers, preach me, tell me what is the meaning of preaching, what are you even preaching? And after the preaching, if I understand from preaching that what you are saying or where you are telling me to follow is the right way, I'll follow you. Then the teacher said, okay. The teachers then preached to the old man that day. That him, Malam Al-Hassan was at Tornado that day when the teacher came to preach. After 3 days over. So they have their own Malam, Islamic Malam, which by name Malam Eda.
Malam Garba
Malam Abubakar.
Honor
teacher. When their own Islamic Malam had that, pastors, or call them teachers or pastors, started preaching people about Christianity. He had it, he was annoyed. Then he stood up and himself started the work of Islam, to preach Islam too.
He decided to go to visit the man.
And then he decided to visit the man.
That is Onoja. Chief Onoja.
Okay, he decided to visit that man at Tornado, which by name that time Onoja was called Onoja. They are Malam said to Malam Mamo.
Malam
Shehu too.
Malam Al-Hassan
again. Then he called these people that I call now. He told them, let us stand up. We have somewhere to mission to go.
Which one of them?
Which Malam Al-Hassan talking now is one of them. That time there was no motor, no machine. They used to trek with their leg. Wherever they wanted to go, they trek with their leg. Then all of them came down to Unadu. As they came to Unadu, they take their supper. Then that man started preaching Islamic.
Preaching Islam.
The man started teaching Islam. As he was in teaching, as he was teaching Islam, along the line when he was doing the preaching, he started preaching until it was 11 in the night.
11 p.m.
11 p.m. in the night. So when it was around 11 p.m. in the night, then the man they met at Tornado asked him a question.
That is Papa Mkware.
The father of Malam Abdullahi asked the teacher, the man preaching, a question. Then the man started narrating things to him. So when the pastor, the first man that came to preach at Tornado, preached the old man at Tornado
for Christianity,
preaching Christianity at Tornado, the man they met, the same man we are talking about that they met, he asked the pastor a question. He has no answer the question. When the man was asking him a question, different type of question, he has no answer to the man. The pastor told the old man that he's coming, let him urinate, let him ease himself. Then that's how the man left, the pastor left. As the man left, we were there waiting for pastor until we not see pastor. You don't see him. So the man the visitor said, let us go inside and sleep. The old man said he himself has a question to ask the pastor, but since they don't see him again, there's no problem. What is inside is that if this is true, one must be good, among the two. What we are talking now about, about this religion. What we are talking now about Islamic and the religion, Christian religion. That him sitting now, you people visited, knows the truth among the two. And then that you people, after everything that if you people left, you will discuss with his people. Then when he finished, concluding with people about Christianity and Islam, then you will still call people to tell you how he has gone. About that time, Elijah
his father
was a chief that time. Father was a chief that time.
Papaya was the command the Muslim and Sakadi no, we are no more. 2 moon, I don't
So the man, after concluding with his people, then he called the whole Jamaat, Soka Jamaat, that now he's ready. He's ready now to become a Muslim. What is his name?
my father Chief
Onoja then. Chief Onoja then.
Swami.
As he said that. When it's about tomorrow that he's going to join Islam, Onisha people came. Uguru people came. Adan came also. Ibagwa came also. Enugoski was still where.
Raise off your head now.
People who did it, and the rest, the environment were there. Error were there too. All the whole Nadu people were there too. Because the man stood up as a chief that time, he went and buy a cow for the ceremony. Goats were about 7 attached to the cow. He asked his people to kill all, slaughter all. Then they went to buy the full rice, other yams and other food items. Women started cooking. So then, even the man made the occasion that so that so many other people there were interested to join Islam too. Even the grandson joined Islam that time. That time, Elijah Abdullahi was not born that time. He was not born that time. There was a man called Onu. There was one man called Onu Emeke.
It's not this person.
That's not Mala Abdullah's father.
Mine Sule. That's one Papa.
And there's one
Ibrahim.
There's one man called Ibrahim too. All of them were around that time.
Ali Wopeche.
And one Ali Opeche was there that time.
Before
So that location took them almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon before they left Onadu. That's how Onadu Onadu, some of the Onadu members joined. That's how the Islam came to Onadu. So the chief, that was the father of Malam Elijah Abdullahi, said, yes, if things were two religions, to that Islam is the one that is choose best. That is how Islam came to Onadu town.
So, Malam Abdallah sir, imene kowa. I nwere ike ịgwa anyị ahụlide mgbe isoro ndị ọzọ, ndị malam ndị ọzọ ejenye my grandfather shahad. Ke nna m nabatachara Islam. Ị nwere ike ịgwa anyị mbọ gbabekere?
Ọ gbara mbọ hụ ọfụma. Mbọ ọ gbara ọ bụ na onwe ihe ndị musulmi na-eme iwu ka ọ ji azọdo nwunye eme ihe ọhaleja na-eme ya abụọ.
He said when the chief Atonado who
who embraced Islam.
When the old man embraced Islam, he did a lot of work.
By then his name, Chief
Muhammadu Agbaji. His name was Muhammad. When he embraced Islam, he became. They gave him the name Chief Muhammad Agbaji. And when he joined Islam, he did a lot of work. He carried Islam along very well at Tornado, even the whole place around Usoka. Whenever he has the Muslim has something doing, he must attend with his leg, with money and everything.
Papa, mgbe kọnabatachara Islam, enwere masalachi ịmakọ nna m nabatachara Islam. Enwere masalachi ọ rụrụ n'Ogbunye ndị ọzọ na-abịa emesala.
Lee ụlọ ya, lee ụlọ masalachi ọ rụrụ.
So the Alhaji Muhammad Chief Muhammad Agbadi, he built a mosque beside his house, where the other Muslims who embraced Islam that time came to pray. Yes, he built a mosque by himself, where the other Muslims who embraced Islam that time came to pray.
It's true the war time they break it. War time.
During the war time.
Okay, that is also.
Onwere nsogbu ọ dabara na ya after kọnabatachara Islam. Ndị mmadụ ịmaga akpọdịga na ashị ya sọ na
So he embraced Muslims successfully. He has no problem with his family. He has no problem with anybody around his community, even outside his community. He did his work. He carried Islam along without any problem during his time. Wherever they have a congregation, if Chief Muhammad Agbaji has not come, nothing will go on. Because he's a truthful person. Whenever he talks with truth and everybody believes his talk. Whenever he talks with fear of God and he said his truth. And when he does his things, he does it with the fear of God. I have not seen with children that we even resemble him in terms of his behaviors and character. He's a very good man during his time. That's how it is.
Ọ nabatachara Islam, o nwere ụmụ ya okoko nke ya amụta Quran maka na ha amaghị agụ na ha amaghị ede n'Arab. So o nwere ụmụ ya ndị jere to seek for ndị jere ya chọọ amamihe Islam.
Oh, Mali Momo, Aibu, Ali, Asma.
Okay, didn't know.
And how many?
ikú àbí ọgbọ́n ikú ẹ̀wá jẹ́ ìyá ikú àbí ìṣó nípa ní àgbègbè àti ìkọwà nínú ìbò olùgbò ọkọ̀ àsìlọ́ ìzó ní mùsùlùmí máa ń gbé náà ìrìn àbàtà rízo Please, when my child was found that entering Islam in order to be collecting money from houses, I told her it's lie. It's not true. Islam is the religion of Allah. It stated in the Quran that it's the only religion that when the world has closed, it's the only religion that is coming back to him. And that is why we embrace Islam and we see Islam as the religion of Allah, and we continue to be worshiping Allah as Muslims. Because it's where you can find truth. It's the religion of Allah, according to what Allah said in the Quran. That we can never die without being Muslim. And that is why we see as and continue outside. So it's the only truth. If you fail to follow Islam, you have failed in the world. You have failed yourself. So the best thing for we, all of us, whether Igbo, Igala, Yoruba, come back and join Islam. Well, it's the religion of the religion of Allah, and that is the only religion that will save us when we go back to Allah or hereafter. It's the only religion that will save us. Ways. Continue to pray to Allah to forgive them. Wars that are coming from Hamas against Islam or against Muslims in Igbo land, they are committing themselves before Almighty Allah. They should renounce their statement. Islam is to Allah. And we saw Islam as the only religion where when you have the faith of Allah in Islam, know quite well that you are hereafter you will join. So that they have to denounce it. They are making a very grievous mistake by telling Igbo Muslims that they are joining Islam because of collecting wealth or anything from houses. Houses are not the honor of Islamic religion. No. Yorubas are not the honor of Islamic religion. Igbos are not even the honor of Islamic religion. Even Saudi Arabia, where Prophet Muhammad came from, is not the honor of Islamic religion. Islam is for the entire world, which we're supposed to embrace it. Without somebody joining Islam on this earth, let the person know that he has failed. It's better for the person to come back and join that religion that will enjoy thereafter. That's what I can tell them. Let them not abuse people Muslims. Nobody owns Islam. No, it's for the entire world.
So, assalamu alaikum guys. We are done with Bawad and Lassa, and I and my dad, we are going home. So thank you very much for watching and following me. I appreciate it. I'm so happy today that I was able to capture this moment. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.